Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm Platter videos. Here's videos I do for the wine hour. I go over there, try food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, folks, I mean, I don't really have anything particularly witty to go over there and input in this little part of the section of my intro, but I'm just going to keep rolling with it because I'm full of Shirley Temple soda and brownie and ramen noodle flavored cashews. Go watch those videos. So, I'm inside the truck. I'm wearing a work shirt. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing a work shirt, that means that I found something on my way home from work, and now I'm reviewing it. That's the case today, folks. So what am I reviewing for you? Well, folks, sure, why not? Boom! It is Wrap Snacks Nicki Minaj Salt and Vinegar Truffle Potato Chips. Sure. Lighting. All right. So I've done a number of Wrap Snacks related things. If you're not familiar with Wrap Snacks, it's a line of snacks that uses the names of people who work in the rap industry. I know some of them. I've known some of them. You know, you got your guys like Snoop Dogg. Everybody knows Snoop Dogg. Biggie. You know. I'm aware of Nicki Minaj. I don't have anything one way or another for her. She's very pretty. She does have that ass, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan. I am. But musically wise, I think I've maybe heard one or two of her songs a while back. Like, she's been around for a while now, and good on her for staying relevant. But yeah, I don't really have like a good frame of reference for her, but these. So I figure I'll pretty much just do the Wrap Snacks since I've been doing them. Unless they're like ones that just don't seem that interesting every now and again. But I'm gonna go through and do like a playlist for these because I've done enough of them at this point that it's worth doing it. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I am interested in these. Salt and Vinegar Truffle does sound interesting. So, let's see if her chips are as nice as her ass. Alright, one thing that I'm going to have to go over there and mention, because I always mention it when I do chips. Bag. Actual amount of chips. I paid $1.99 for this, which means that I paid $1 for some chips and $2 and $1 for a bunch of air. I'm not blaming Wrap Snacks. Everybody in the industry does it. No, we just do it so that the chips stay. They don't get as crumple. Just tell me. Just be straight up with me. Just be like, yeah, no, we suck. It's fine. Designed by Mansell. I have no idea what the hell that is. Cause I'm still hood. Hollywood couldn't change me. Shout out to my haters. Sorry that you couldn't faze me. Is that a line from one of her songs, or was that just a quote for the sake of a quote? But apparently that's from Nicki Minaj. So, okie doke. I'm just here. Folks, when it comes to the rap and the hip-hop and such, I have my personal enjoyments. I absolutely do. In fact, I have to admit, I was a little bit disappointed. Andre 3000, who I fucking love, Outkast is fucking badass, man. For like a period in the early 2000s, Outkast was like one of the coolest things in the entire world. But Andre 3000 was like, this new rap stuff, rah, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, come on, dude, don't be that guy. You know how many people are working really fucking hard trying to go over there and get their music out there? And I hate when artists do that. It's nothing against Andre specifically. It's any artist that goes over there. Who was the one guy? Fucking Adam Levine, that douchebag. That guy goes over the rock scene. Nobody fucking likes you in the rock scene. No one likes you in the hip-hop scene. No one likes you at all. And I'll die on that fucking hill. But I hate it when fucking, especially artists, nothing's going on. Bullshit. You're just old. Which, I mean, I'm sorry. I love Andre 3000, but the guy's got to be, I'm 35 at the time I'm doing this. Andre's got to be in his 40s or early 50s. I doubt that he's exactly on the pulse these days. Not saying he isn't, but let's eat some chips. I'm going on a weird tangent. Well, if nothing else, I can definitively say that these are salt and vinegar truffle potato chips. I could taste salt, I could taste vinegar, and once those things faded away sufficiently, I could in fact taste truffle. I wasn't sure if I'd really be able to taste the truffle, because truffle's kind of a weird, it's kind of a weird flavor. But the thing is, once you've had it used in something, it is a very unique flavor. Now, I went over there, I did a review not that long ago, well, it's been a little bit now, some months, of the Truffle hot sauce. Go watch that video. And I've continued to use that. I like that product. And the thing is, since I've been using that, I now have a better appreciation for the truffle flavor. So, I was a little bit worried I wasn't going to really get much of that in this. But sure enough, once the salt and vinegar kind of phased out, it gave me enough room to move, and I was like, yeah, no, okay, I can actually taste the truffle. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Do I think salt, vinegar, and truffle goes together? That's a better question. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that they do. I don't know if it's because of the truffle, because truffle, it's a very Moorish kind of earthy taste to it. It's a mushroom, just a fancy mushroom. I don't know if that's bringing down the flavor of the salt and vinegar, because the salt and vinegar is doing its thing, but it's not as punchy as certain salt and vinegar flavored chips. Now, the thing is, I did another Wrap Snack review for Lil Baby's all-in flavor chips. And those were punchy, flavorful. These are still flavorful, but I feel like instead of the truffle aspect and the salt and vinegar aspect working together to create something unique, they're almost working against each other. It feels like the truffle aspect is holding down the salt and vinegar flavor, and the truffle flavor only really manages to come out once the salt and vinegar have really fallen back. So, yeah. And then it just has this weird sort of, because it basically becomes mushroom, sort of Moorish mushroom taste on top of, truffle taste, on top of, potato chip taste, which is in and of itself sort of an earthy taste. I just don't know that these flavors work. I don't hate it. But most of the reason why I don't hate it is because they kind of taste like salt and vinegar chips, which I like. The truffle aspect, although it's novel, I think it mostly works against it. I think this is one of those things where you call it salt and vinegar truffle, it sounds kind of fancy and interesting, it hooks in somebody like me, but I don't know that it really works the way that you want it to. I don't hate them by any stretch of the imagination, and I could see, as I eat them, I could see it growing on me a little bit, but whereas, again, with the Little Baby chips, I instantly was into those. The Big E chips, I forget exactly what flavor they were, but I really like those too. With these, I'm not immediately loving these. I'm not immediately hating them, and I appreciate that they're interesting. But I think that if I'm going to enjoy these, they're going to have to grow on me. So, now all that said, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Maybe and sorta. I could maybe... It would really depend on how devoted I was to trying to garner a taste for these. Because there's something to them, and there's something that my brain finds interesting. But it's just whether or not it's going to be worth the effort to try to get to that point. And I don't know that I will, but it could be one of those things that I end up liking more than I do right now if I go over there and, eat them on a more regular basis. Or it could not. So I don't know if I would get these again. Maybe. At the very least, they're interesting, so I might get them again just out of curiosity's sake. Now, would I recommend them to people? Yes, because, again, if nothing else, they are interesting. And at least if something's interesting, it's worth a shot. I don't know that as chips these really work that well, but they're not terrible quality, and the flavor isn't bad or anything. They're just odd. And it might be the case that maybe for other people, maybe they'll take something away from it that I didn't. So I would say they are at least worth trying. I just don't know. I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way for them or anything. But anyway, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. And folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly Nicki Minaj's ass rest of your life. Because, I mean, even if you don't know who Nicki Minaj is, chances are you know who her ass is. And I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a dirtbag or anything like that. She flaunts it. I appreciate it. That's just J-Lo. Come on now. Just saying. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Man, this has been a very ass-centric episode. A very special ass episode. Get Will Smith in here. He could hug me. His hat could fall off. He could cry. It could be a whole thing. Even when we find ourselves in situations that are stressful and distressing, we might not always have Nicki Minaj's ass to go over there and comfort us in our times of need. It's important we go over there, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholeness in our lives. Try to do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do today. Oh, man. This has been a fun one. I like this one. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out some salt and vinegar and truffle Nicki Minaj chips that I have tried here today. And maybe like me, you're going to be eating the chips. You're going to be like, okay, they're all right. They're okay. They're all right. But. Or conversely, you could go over there and not eat some ass-affiliated potato chips. Or do. I mean, it's either or. It's all good. Bye.